Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. And as promised, yeah, I know it's been a few days, but as promised, we're talking Gladiator 2. Now, this is the 4K Ultra HD set with Blu-ray and digital code. And I love the image on the cover of this. Gives you an idea of all the characters in the movie. Speaking of characters, we have a great cast. We have Paul Mescal picking up the mantle, playing Lucius. Now he's older in this film, but he's playing that character. We have Joseph Quinn as one of our emperors. We have two emperors in this film, so he's playing one of the emperors. We have Denzel Washington. Good old Denzel is in this film. We have Pedro Pascal, and we have Connie Nielsen returning in her role from the original Gladiator film, and directed by legendary director Ridley Scott as well. So that's a great combination. Now, I've seen some people, heard some people say that this film it's okay, and I can see some people's argument to that. But I think a lot of it comes down to a lot of the people that say that are ones who love the first film. The first film is fantastic. And I understand that. I mean, they've had years and years and years and years to watch that film, and just, the love of it keep growing within inside them. But this film, for me, I think is pretty darn good, because I just watched Gladiator, as I mentioned in my Gladiator film video. I just watched it for the first time all the way through from beginning to end not that long ago, about 2 weeks ago. So that love that a lot of people would have when they originally saw Gladiator when it came out, me, it's all new. So I can kind of like look at this film as, it's a great, I think it's a great film. I really do. I honestly think it's a great film. The more I think about it, I think it's a really great sequel, because you have to ask yourself, what could they have done differently in this film? And maybe they could have changed maybe a thing here or there. I think for what they were trying to do, and to have a sequel to such a fantastic film like Gladiator, what more could they have approached this film with? They could have done to make this film, any better. I think what they did was absolutely fantastic in this film. The battle sequences are amazing. They look beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Ridley Scott has not lost his touch at all visually when he's putting something up on screen. Acting wise, I think it's very, very well acted film. I do. Paul Mescal, I've never seen him in anything before, but I'm telling you, I think he did a really good job. I heard some people say that they thought there's something a little bit off about him. I don't think so. I think he approaches this one at the best that he could do, um, because he's trying to follow in the footsteps of Russell Crowe as Maximus from Glad. You're not going to do it. You're just not going to, because he's going to be compared to that. I mean, look, any way you look at it, he's always going to be compared. His character, him playing Lucius, he's always going to be compared to Maximus in that first film. So if you look at it that way, yeah, he's going to let you down in the role. But by not looking at it that way and just looking at the character on its own, he does a great job. And like I said, and all the supporting characters are fantastic. And we have the little backstabbing that goes on, and I love that. I do. And having two emperors, especially Joseph Quinn. Joseph Quinn is great as one of the emperors. I mean, not quite Joaquin Phoenix, but still does a really good job in the role. And speaking of the sequences, the battle sequences, there was a shot that takes place in the Coliseum where they fill the Coliseum with water, and they have like it's a boat battle, it's a naval battle, and I think that was awesome. They have sharks in the water. Oh, I'm not going to spoil things, guys. I'm not going to spoil anything more than that. It's something that I really think people should check out. If you didn't pick it up physically, like I did, you could check it out on Paramount Plus. That's what I did, first before I went and picked up. But as soon as I saw it, I had to go and get this thing physically, because I was just like, I was blown away. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. After hearing some people say some things, I was like, how's it going to be? Well, I was pleasantly surprised with this one. I really was. Like I said, over an hour of deleted scenes and featurettes. It's great, and I'm not going to spoil. You can kind of see from the back here. He's doing that little thing, like Russell Crowe did in the first film, when he's picking up dirt and sand, like on the ground, and kind of like rubbing it on his hands and everything. So I'm not going to spoil where they're going to go with the story in this one, and yeah, you're just going to have to watch it, guys, and check this one out. it kind of picks up like when he was a child. In the original film, his mother kind of it picks up, and so it meshes well with the original film. Like she right at the end of the first film, she sends Lucius away to protect him from what's going to happen, in Rome. And all these years later, he is back and fighting in the Colosseum. And like I said, I think it's done very, very well for something that How could you ever reach the heights of Gladiator? I think they came pretty darn close, guys. I really, really do. So, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I'll catch you in another episode. Take care.